Alright, today I would just like to show you what to do. This is an old-fashioned, really, it is these days, capsule filler. It does 50 capsules at a time. It's very manual. There's a lot of work involved, which actually slows it down in the process. But it's fine if you're just working at home, in the sense that you're making your own capsules for yourself, where you buy bulk powders and then you want to fill capsules for yourself for personal use. Alright, this part here is the base of our holder, our capsule maker, and then you have these spaces like that. What you do is you have, in this case, in our Cap M Quik 00 size capsule filler, you have two little zeros, or O's I should say, on the spacer, and you put them in like that. Okay, you get the capsule holder, slide him over those four little spigots, and that's basically ready to start putting in your capsules. Now when I buy my capsules, I get it in two lots, in the sense they're separated, so you get where you can see that clearly or not, you get the bottom and the top cap already comes like that. It saves a lot of time and messing around. Otherwise they come like that, and then you've got to pull them apart. You put usually the cap in another small container or off to the side like that, and then you fill these in. But when you go this way, it's a lot faster to start off with. So simply you get the end bit and you just slide them in. This is how you do it. This is the manual side of it. And like I say, it's okay if you're working at home, making your own capsules for yourself or your family. You can just do it this way. And as you can see, this is, you just grab a handful of the bottom half of the capsule and fill them in. I'm not having to separate them all. If you do need any capsules, just give me a contact, and I'll see what I can do. I can sell them if you wish to you, but you can get them on the internet and health food stores and such. These are gelatin capsules, if you're wondering. I prefer gelatin capsules because they actually, the gelatin itself has a health benefit. Okay. Nearly done. I decided to film this at normal speed just to show you a bit of the time it takes. I think that's important to do. Alright, so we're up to that stage. It's all sitting in there nice and flush, and we're ready to fill. In a kit, you normally get the base, spacers and holder, and a little plastic card, almost like a business card, and you can use that to spread and slide your powders around, and also scoop them up and put them back into the container when you're finished. A part that you have to buy separately is called a tamper, because you're tamping it in. I think it's a bit expensive, and I think it should come as a kit, because you just throw that in there and that's it, and that just slides into the box normally. You don't need the other box, but there you go. Alright, today I'm using white willow bark. White willow bark is very good for analgesics. It's pain relief. Toothaches, I've used it myself for toothaches, for instance. I was out and about, away from home, and took some capsules with us, and all of a sudden this toothache appeared, and I was not at home, so my wife conveniently had some with her, and I used it to help myself out. Okay, so now the thing about with white willow bark is, if it's so light and fluffy, usually it wants to go poof and then shoot out around the sides. But the other problem it can have is when you go to push it in, it grips onto the powder enough, and then when you lift the tamper up, lo and behold, your capsule is right there, and then you got to mess around. It's not a end of the world disaster, but it's just a nuisance. Just shove that around like that. If you want, throw some more on, like that. That's probably the easiest way to do it at this stage. Grab your tamper, just push in. Sometimes you can just sort of push it a little bit, lift, push a little bit, and it doesn't seem to grip too much. It's another way. Now this system does not work with, say, dried root, such as licorice, peony, that sort of thing, dandelion, astragalus. Most people call it astragalus, but it's probably pronounced astragalus. Chinese herb, very good herb. I use it myself, those are wondering. Alright, and those who are really wondering, yes, I am a herbalist, and I have been trained for clinical nutrition too. Just if you're wondering. Okay, that's nearly done. Okay, just sort of get that aside. You don't want to waste anything. Put that aside. You can push that in like that. Fill up that last little bit. You can push it quite a bit. Sometimes if you really need to, you might want to push it 4 or 5 times and really pack it in, so you get a good dose of the herb. Scoop it up. This is where that little card is really convenient, I find. Alright, all you do now is simply turn those 2 little spaces around and it drops down. There you are, the bottom half is full. So then you can simply push them on. This is the typical way it's demonstrated to use. You lose a little bit over the edge, but that's alright, you can capture that later. You won't lose that. This capsule maker does do, you can get another capsule maker which will do different sizes. I personally choose 00 or 00, however you want to say it, because I think it tends to give you enough. The only time you'd really want to go to small capsules is when you want low dose herbs, for example, because some herbs should only be done in low doses, otherwise it gets a little dangerous. This is the part I personally don't like about this system. It literally just takes time and it's fiddly. And there's another reason why you have a tray underneath it, because if something falls off or you drop it, it doesn't bounce and shoot across the table or bench and then onto the floor. It is contained. Also, you can see there's a bit of herb on the tray there. Now I can retrieve that and not lose it. Okay, getting there. Alright, for those who are wondering and think I'm a grub, well, I probably am in some ways, but the point is, as you can see, this tray is actually quite yellow looking. Why is that? Those who are in the know and know a little bit about herbs, there's one herb that'll really stain yellow. Can anybody guess? Well, for those who don't know, it's called curcumin. Well, actually, curcumin is not specifically a herb, it's an extract of herb. Now, one thing you can do, which I should quickly point out while we're at this stage, is let's say you only have a capsule. And as I say, most people get them with the cap on. So what you do is you just pull it apart and you just push it together. This is how you fill a capsule manually. The idea is just to shove it up inside there, and it acts a bit like you're tamping it down. Okay, if you really wanted to, you could get carried away right now and get the end of a bamboo stick or something like that, chopsticks, and just push that in, and that would really pack it in if you really want to. That way you get so much more. Now that's nice and full now, ready to go. You can take that. Alright, and another thing you can do is grab a top, and I'll just see if I can demonstrate. This might end in disaster. No, it's not going to do it for me. But you can actually get the top part and just scoop it up and then put that on top of the cap, and that will actually give you a little bit more, but it's not really that necessary to do that. Okay, it's just little ideas, tricks you can go along the way. Okay, so you can see I've just clean. Of course, this tray is nice and clean to start off with. Okay, other things you can do is you can take that off like that. Okay, you can see there's plenty of yellow bits in it everywhere. That's the cumin. We don't want to waste. Okay, so that's your capsule holder loaded full of capsules. This is just what I do. I just get an ordinary plastic container that's airtight. As you can see, I've got a lot already there. But what you do is you just tip them in when they want to come out. Okay, there we go. That's 50 capsules. Well, more than that now. There's actually, I think, about 150, probably 3. Alright, now one thing you always do is a cardinal rule with all herbs and any form of medicinal work is label, label, label. Alright? I don't make too many at a time, so I don't get too worried about the date, but you should always have a date. And as it says, white willow bark. Some people have willow bark or white willow, or different things like that, but I put white willow bark because that's what I like to call it. Okay. And thank you for listening.